This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, cleanup underway from Tropical Storm Colin after it swept through the area. We're still getting rain at this hour. Some cities in Florida receiving nearly 9 inches of rain. In Sarasota County, there were at least 1 to 6 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas is out this morning assessing some of the damage Colin left behind and joins us today from the Indian Shores neighborhood with more. Rebecca?
Yeah, Scott, we're right here along the Sarasota Bayfront in the Indian Beach Sapphire Shores neighborhood. And right behind me, we're standing in front of a home that has been damaged by a palm tree that it seems has been uprooted due to the heavy winds last night from Colin. If you take a look as we zoom in here, it looks like it has fallen down on the carport of this home, also bringing down the power lines as well. Take a closer look at this video. It appears that the tree has been completely uprooted there. No one is home right now, but it only seems to have damaged the roof of that carport and those power lines. City and county officials say that downed trees are the maximum amount of damage that they're seeing so far from the storm, and they're working now to clean that up. About 6 to 8 trees have been down within city limits. Over on Siesta Key, we caught up with residents this morning. They were picking up broken limbs and some palm fronds. Boats moored along this canal made it through the night without damage. Some residents we spoke to are looking on the bright side of things, telling me this storm actually saved them the work of trimming their trees.
Before the storm, I was trying to knock some dead branches down, and storm came and pruned it pretty good. I mean, look, it saved me a lot of work.
I slept through it. I slept through the whole thing. I woke up to a half of our tree in our driveway, and luckily, Tuesday is garbage pickup day. Timing was perfect. So I got my trusty chainsaw out, chopped it up, and I'm dragging it out to the curb.
Now, if you are dealing with damage or you do need to seek some help or assistance, you can call Sarasota County at 861-5000. Reporting in Indian Beach Sapphire Shores, Rebecca Vargas, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Scott, back to you.
Rebecca, thank you. Thanks for braving the elements out there again today. The tropical storm kept the Sarasota Police Marine Unit busy yesterday. Officers had to board loose boats in the bay and tie them down onto their own before towing them back to the 10th Street boat ramp. A nearby dockmaster says this happened more than once yesterday.
We did have a few boats break free out in the mooring area, and that's outside the regulated mooring field, so we dealt with those this morning. And this afternoon, we had 3 boats break free out there.
Police also shared video with us of a submerged dock at Hart's Landing near the Ringling Bridge. There were also a few vacationers in the area who tried to make the best of their time here, going out on bigger boats. Even some jet skis were out there as well on a rough day on Sarasota Bay. A historic cargo ship in Cortez suffered some minor damage from Tropical Storm Colin. High tides caused the century-old Italian cargo ship to rub up against the dock at the Seafood Shack restaurant and scratched its sides. This isn't the first time the cargo ship was damaged by Mother Nature. Back in January, it was underwater for 3 days following a strong storm. Many boaters feel fortunate that Tropical Storm was not stronger.
Think about it. With gale force winds, the masts could have come down. She could have smashed on a dock and sank again for the last time. And I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Another small boat we found sank and debris was spotted underwater. The Seafood Shack restaurant also had some minor damage. Several chairs blown over, and there was seaweed on the patio from the waves during yesterday's high tide. Check out this Coast Guard rescue near Bradenton Beach. Coast Guardsmen from the Cortez station were sent out to save a man whose sailboat was in trouble near Cortez yesterday. Cortez Coast Guard station posting it on its Facebook page saying handling a large 45-foot response boat in heavy winds can be challenging. But they did manage to get the boater without incident and bring him back to safety. Saw a lot of boats in distress yesterday from the high tides, the high winds, and maybe boats that weren't secured quite as well as they should have been. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, how 2 things that we hope that everyone understands, and one, that you have not been through a hurricane or a large tropical storm yet. If you have never been through one, you still haven't. Yesterday was just an exercise, basically, for us. And still, look at all the damage that was done, the power that was out from trees that hadn't been trimmed, for damage to unsecured vessels, things like that. So if you don't have your personal plan of action, it's, you know, just a good reminder that we should all do that and get it ready, you know. It's post-tropical depression now. It's an interesting storm, actually. It's actually gotten stronger in its wind speeds and become post-tropical in nature.
And it's racing out to the Atlantic, right?
Tearing out to the Atlantic. Yeah, farther and farther away from us. So all tropical warnings for us have been discontinued. As we woke up this morning, we saw a little bit of cloud. We saw some brief periods of sunshine peeking through the clouds. Then we saw the rain. It came through. Boy, did they have torrential downpours, our neighbors to the north in Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough County, where they saw just massive amounts of rainfall. Skyway Bridge closed. We had some really impassable roadways in Pinellas County and Hillsborough County. And now those rain showers associated with a trough has sunk south into our area. Look at these rainfall totals, if you can see them coming up here on your screen. We've got some 9-10-inch rainfalls in Hillsborough, Pinellas County, and especially Pinellas County. And in our area locally, we've had some 3-inch rainfalls or better in coastal regions, most particularly of Manatee County. For the rest of the afternoon, I think we have a good chance of seeing more rain showers around here and there, spotty, not really huge volumes, but we still have a flood watch up for our area just because any excessive rainfall that we might get could exacerbate a problem where the ground is already saturated. So 100% chance of rainfall for the next few hours for everybody. And then as we head into the evening hours, I think we'll start to trim that down a little bit. We'll talk about post-tropical depression column, and we'll talk about what to expect over the course of the next few days. Coming up in just a few minutes, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. Taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. Because of the high winds and poor visibility, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge remains closed today. This was the case all day yesterday as well. This is really becoming a headache for many people who have to commute into Pinellas County, even to Tampa. You have to go all the way around on I-75, but it is still closed at this hour and no projected time yet on when it will be open again. We need those winds to die down a little bit more. Developing right now in Manatee County, a SWAT standoff involving a man accused of stealing a young woman's car. The carjacking took place around 3 o'clock this morning at a Wawa's on State Road 64. That's where Bradenton police say a 20-year-old woman was confronted by a man at the car. After a scuffle, he took off with the car. Right now, Manatee County Sheriff's Office SWAT team is at an abandoned building near 38th Avenue. This is what the scenes you're seeing now. They believe the man is inside that building. Police say he's believed to be armed and dangerous, and they suspect him in an overnight crime spree. We have a crew on the scene. We'll bring you more information as it comes into our newsroom. City of Palmetto is looking to Hillsborough County to help come up with a new noise ordinance. The decision comes after Palmetto city officials decided not to use Manatee County's proposed ordinance. Hillsborough County has different regulations for its commercial and entertainment districts, which allow for more leniency in decibel limits and outdoor time cutoffs. Palmetto will also look into adding decibel readers to the city's police force. Officials will go over the noise ordinance again at the end of the summer. A Manatee County board is recommending the county negotiate with a proposed water park developer. That developer is looking to build the park on a 20-acre site at Tom Bennett Park near Interstate 75 and State Road 64. This will be the second time the county goes into negotiations with a developer from a water park. The county commission must approve a contract before any work can begin. Sarasota County Commissioners decide on a new site for the Venice Library. The Sarasota Herald Tribune reporting commissioners unanimously approving the City of Venice's cultural campus as the site to build that new permanent Venice Public Library. That's the same area where the former library sits. It was closed in January because of mold issues. Summer vacation is here for kids in Sarasota County, and the school district wants to make sure they have access to healthy meals. The summer food program kicking off today. It's part of an effort to feed 30,000 kids this summer. Children under the age of 18 can come to collect bags of food and books. 8 libraries will be taking part in that program. It starts this afternoon at the North Sarasota Public Library beginning at 1:30. Time now to head over to our kitchen where our guest chef today, Bob Overholzer, joins us today from Good Rush Barbecue in Venice. And Chef, what's on your menu for today?
Well, today we're going to do a fried pork tenderloin and a healthier version of a grilled pork tenderloin. These are very popular sandwiches at Gold Rush, and we're excited to share some secrets with you.
Oh, can't wait. Thank you, Chef. We'll be right back with you.
Sure.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Need a mortgage? Compare and save. Trustco Bank offers a variety of low-cost mortgages that are right for you with friendly personal service that's made Trustco one of the area's top mortgage lenders. Visit TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Equal housing lender.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, we started the day very humid, and we're still there. Dew point is at 75. We had 81 degrees this morning for a wake-up temperature, and you know what? We're at 79 right now, cooled a little bit by the rain showers that came through. You know, we may add a few degrees onto that if we get a little bit more sunshine in the second half of the afternoon, and maybe get up to about 85, 86 degrees, maybe. You know, it's hard to say, really, depending on how much sunshine we get. Right now, west-southwest wind comes in at about 14, and that's pretty representative of what we see across the region. So, post-tropical cyclone now, Colin. Interestingly enough, you know, the central pressure has dropped a little bit. The winds have picked up to 60 miles an hour. But the thing about a tropical system is you need all of the rain showers to be kind of clustered around the center of circulation. And this is so elongated and ill-defined that they just couldn't classify it as a tropical system. But they're going to keep issuing reports about it. One of the reasons the wind speeds have gone up is look at that northeast motion, 36 miles an hour. This is a system that is tearing out into the Atlantic. And you know what? At that speed, you can't keep tropical characteristics. As we head into the later part of tomorrow, I think we'll probably, even this evening, I think we might see this transition into just a low pressure area and eventually kind of just weaken and die out. But it's going to race by tomorrow. By Wednesday evening, it's up by the Labrador. It's really moving up there by Nova Scotia. So what happened? Well, as it left us, it kind of like a boat moving through water, leaving a wake in its path. That's sort of what it's left across the state of Florida, a wake in the atmosphere, if you will. And the combination of that moisture converging around that wake and a little bit of daytime heating and, you know, the strong winds onshore, the moisture plume coming up along with it, have led to those showers, and they have been pushed southward from where they were earlier this morning by the entire environmental winds. And so now we have those showers around. Eventually that's going to dampen out, and as it does so, we'll return to more standard kind of afternoon thunderstorm variety stuff as most likely as we head into tomorrow or certainly the day after. A little bit of residual cloud cover around today, a little bit of residual thunderstorm activity. More sunshine today than we saw yesterday, but still not a lot. And periods of thunderstorms. Winds are going to relax a little bit. They already have started to relax just a little bit. They were kind of breezy this morning, if not, just darn right windy. But now we're getting some 20-mile-an-hour wind speeds. Still some pretty good gusts around, though. You can see all those showers around here along that kind of trough of low pressure, some of them producing some fairly heavy rainfall across the region, but a narrow band. And the good news is this is sinking southward, so it's not like it did earlier this morning in St. Pete, just training one after another, after another, after another, over the same locations, amounting to 10-inch rainfalls in places. Here, we're going to see some pretty heavy rainfall under these echoes that are basically between, Bee Ridge Road and Fruitville, moving a little bit to the north and to the east. But we're not going to amass huge rainfall amounts, at least not in our area. I think probably 2 to 3 inch rains is probably what we'll see. Wind speeds are up around the 15 to 20 mile per hour range sustained right now, but we've got some gusts up to about 30 right now. 16-mile-an-hour winds down to the south. All in all, we are looking at some gusts this afternoon that'll still be kind of strong. Forecast calls for a southwest wind at about 20 to 30 and then subsiding later this evening. So it's still going to be kind of rough there on open waters. We have a high surf advisory. We have some rip current advisories as well. 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms then as we head into the evening period. In the next couple of days, we dry out just a little bit. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. In health news, snack food giant Hostess is recalling more than 700,000 cases of its snack cakes and donuts. The snacks may contain peanut residue not listed in the ingredients. The residue can sicken those allergic or highly sensitive to peanuts. Affected brands include Ding Dong, Zingers, and Choco Dials. The FDA says anyone with a peanut allergy should either throw it out or return it to the store where it was purchased. We're learning more about the Parkinson's disease that Muhammad Ali battled for a lot of his life. It's estimated Ali took 29,000 punches to the head. But surprisingly, current scientific evidence suggests his head injuries were not a major factor in his Parkinson's disease.
Muhammad appeared to have very typical Parkinson's disease. I think the only real difference is really his young age of onset, which is a little bit atypical.
His children say Ali never blamed boxing for his illness and never felt sorry for himself. According to the doctor who treated him, Ali and his family never seriously considered donating his brain for research. 15,000 seats are reserved for his public memorial service this Friday in Louisville, Kentucky. Actor Will Smith, who portrayed him in the movie Ali, is among the pallbearers. Celebrities make everything look more attractive, but will the products they endorse make you look more attractive? ABC 7's health reporter Alex Redmond explains how everything that may look good on TV likely won't work.
Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Adam Levine. These pop stars get paid big bucks to promote food and drinks to young people, but according to a new study, nearly all of it is junk food. Researchers at NYU looked at the products getting the big sell in hundreds of commercials featuring top Billboard artists. 71% of non-alcoholic drinks and 81% of food were deemed unhealthy in terms of calories, salt, sugar, and fat. The biggest number of celebrity ads were for Pepsi and McDonald's. Only 6 healthier products were advertised with a celebrity seal of approval. Slim pickings. They looked to YouTube to see how trendy those foods and drink commercials were. The ads they looked at had over 312 million combined views.
Sorry about that. We have a weather warning we want to let you know about. Let's go right to meteorologist John Scalzi in the Weather Center. John?
Yeah, in Manatee County now, one of the cells has produced some rotation. It is a severe thunderstorm cell at this point, but it is a signal that we could have a system that may drop down a tornado. This is in effect for about the next half hour or so. This system is located right now near areas in Manatee County, tornado cell over rural areas of central Hardy, eastern Manatee County, and is moving off to the north and to the east. There is Doppler indicated rotation. I want to go to WSI and show you the system right now. It is this one right here. You can see that moving off to the north and the east at a pretty good clip. That system has the potential for dropping down a tornado, and we'll continue to monitor that as it moves off in that direction. The system right now is located at about 7 miles north of Myakka City, and it is moving at a pretty good clip at about 21 miles west, moving at about 21 miles. So if you're in the path of that system, obviously you want to take cover at the present time, just to make sure that if it does indeed drop down a tornado, that you are going to be safe in that situation. Taking a look at the system itself, it does seem to have, let's drop it into a different mode here. We'll put it into Doppler relative velocity here. Hold on one second. There we go. And we'll see if we can't pinpoint exactly the location. So it would be right in this area right here is where we're looking, just to the east of Myakka City, and moving at a pretty good clip. That is a system, let's see if we can define that for you a little better, right in this area here, along 64, moving off to the north and to the east. That system, again, could produce some very gusty winds and could produce some very, very heavy rainfall. It's moving along 64 just to the north, and between 64 and 70 just to the north of Myakka City, and that system does have the potential to produce even some hail, I would imagine. We're looking at some lightning pops as well. But the tornadic rotation is what needs to be the major concern. Right along 64 between Bethany and Myakka Head, the system moving off to the north and to the east at a good clip. So if you're in the path of that system, we recommend you take cover at this time. There will be some flying debris. There could be some very gusty winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. It's probably going to be a short-lived kind of tornadic activity with this particular system, and doubt that it's going to be a strong tornado, but it certainly is the kind of thing that could do some damage to mobile homes. Good structures, strong structures will be fine. So if you're in the path, go into an interior section of your home, away from windows, and a good structure, and you should be fine. Obviously, you don't want to be out on the road there near Bethany or Myakka City in the event that that system does approach. Also, strong thunderstorm cells we're watching over Sarasota now, but that shows no sign of rotation. We'll continue to monitor that system and let you know if there are any changes in its development. Let's go to break.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150. Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee? Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call the number on your screen and see if you qualify for a breakthrough treatment that is helping people like you find relief from knee pain without pills or surgery. This innovative treatment utilizes an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints that may be lost over time or as a result of injury. This all-natural lubricant is introduced into the knee where it creates a cushioning layer that protects the joint, helping it to move smoothly and without pain. This emerging treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare, and is considered by many to be the first major breakthrough for relieving knee pain in years. So if you're tired of living with knee pain, call the number on your screen right now to see if you may be a candidate for this emerging knee pain treatment. It might be the knee pain treatment that changes your life and gets you back on your feet for good.
Again, we want to update you on a tornado warning that has been issued for interior sections of Manatee County, Hardee County. It is, we'll show you the outline here of the area that is warned at the particular time. Now, bear in mind that this is in rural areas of Myakka, along Wauchula Road, Myakka Head, that area along State Road 64, just moving into areas of Hardee County, 64 going between up toward DeWitt, actually kind of east of DeWitt along 62. The storm system itself does have a Doppler indicated rotation. There is no verified tornado with this system, but it right now is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing the drop-down tornado. It would probably be a weak tornado if it did develop, and it will be headed off toward the north and to the east at a very good clip. On this path, it should take it along in about 15-20 minutes or so along State Road 62. Now, this is a very fast-moving system, moving at about 20 miles an hour or so, and if we put a cone on it and drive it out through time at about 20 miles an hour, you can see that it is headed on a path that should eventually take it up toward to the north and to the north and to the west of Bowling Green. Again, the system has rotation signaled by Doppler radar. It is in a very interior section of rural Manatee County heading into Hardee County. It is all part of a larger scale system that has been sinking southward with time and is now has now moved into areas of Manatee County. The system itself has produced some lightning and thunder as it moved inland and will continue to do so over the course of the next probably 45 minutes or so. But the major threat with that one particular cell that is right here is that it could drop down a tornado. That I'll tell you, looking at the watch boxes on sweeping radar, you can see that the system is rapidly decreasing in its radar echoes. So that is good news. Nevertheless, if you're in the path of that system, take cover now. If you live between Myakka Head, DeWitt, and Bowling Green, you're advised to take cover as that system moves rapidly off to the north and to the east. We'll update you if we see any indications of any kind of a drop down in tornado or reports of such in just a few moments. Back to you, Scott.
All right, thank you so much, John. In today's Donnie Be Fit, Don Brennan hit the downtown Sarasota YMCA to check out a body pump class. And sounds fun. Yes, body pump, huh?
Yeah, body pump. I'm still not sure what the pump refers to, whether it's the pumping of the body and the muscles or the pumping of the music and the volume there. But we went up to the YMCA locally and checked it out. Whichever workout you do, it requires a connection. It must speak to you, or in the case of body pump, it must sing to you, as it did to YMCA instructor Lisette Page.
The music is great. We follow the rhythm of the music, and we exercise at the same time. We build muscle, tone the body. It's a really good class.
You will burn somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 calories during this workout, coupled with the fact that it touches on all facets of your body, and the fact that it's quick makes it perfect.
I love that it's a complete body workout in about 55 minutes. I mean, I walk out of here completely drenched in sweat with every muscle of my body worked out.
Heather Darling regularly works out, but the fact that she doesn't have to choreograph or plan this workout is a major draw.
You can work every muscle part, every body part within an hour. You don't feel like you're skipping anything. There's no questions. Did you do this? Did you do that? You're relying on somebody else to guide you through it. So it's not like, you know, you have to keep track of anything. You just kind of follow the leader.
The 600 calories I mentioned is what you might burn in class, but the euphoric feeling lasts all day, and that probably keeps the calories burning well into the night.
Oh yeah, I mean, my metabolism's up the entire day. You have, you know, a ton more energy throughout the day when you've worked out in the mornings. Always can come up with a reason not to work out in the evening, so it's just nice to get it done with early in the day, and then you're going to feel great the rest of the day as well.
The pep in your step lasts, and the music in your head, well, that might keep you grooving all day long.
I'm a very musical person, so I like the great music that Les Mills has. I love the coordination between music and the exercise that we're doing. It works fine, and you get a lot of benefits from it.
I probably wouldn't be lifting the weights without the guidance and the music. I don't get bored with it.
Lisette teaches 3 body pump classes a week for the Y, and there's several other classes as well to choose from.
Okay, thank you, Donnie. Back to John now in the Weather Center for more on our severe weather in the area. John?
Yeah, indeed. We have some hail falling from storms in Sarasota County. We also have a tornado warning up for interior sections of Manatee County. It's actually a severe thunderstorm at this moment, but there are some signals on Doppler radar of rotation. It's located about 9 miles north of Myakka Head on a path that takes it into interior sections just to the east of Duet. Showers and thunderstorms will be embedded with some strong gusty winds, and you can see the cell right there indicating a pretty good rainfall rate. In fact, you can take a look and see that it may even contain some hail as well. We have the watch and warning up until 11:45 for this system, moving rapidly off to the north and to the east, just to the north of Myakka Head toward Duet along State Road 64. That you want to be careful if you live along 17 through Bowling Green, County Road 664. That system moving off to the north and to the east at about 20 miles to 25 miles per hour. Precipitation rate is heavy, and if you take a look, and I'll put it on the sweeping radar mode, and you can kind of see right in here, there is a signal of rotation right in this area here. So that is the area that has been warned for. Although there is no verified tornado on the ground in that area, it does have a Doppler signature of rotation and could possibly produce a tornado. That is why you are told at this time to get yourself into a safe room, safe location, and to make sure that you're in a safe room away from windows. This system right now moving just to the north of Myakka Head. You can see that area located. Let me draw a little cone for you. It looks like it's weakening. In this last radar updated signature, you can see that it is weakening, but moving in this direction off to the north and to the east would put it in rural areas on the road between Duet and Bowling Green along Wauchula. Again, heavy rainfall rates associated with this system, so we'll want to watch for that. As far as the watch box goes, it continues to be up until about 11:45 or so. So this is a system that you definitely want to protect yourself from if you're in this interior section. As far as the storm itself goes, clearly there are some fairly heavy thunderstorm activities, even not only in the warned cell, which I've just drawn a box on, but also to the south of that. So you can get some pretty heavy rainfall rates between Bethany and Myakka Head. But that particular system is the one that is being warned for and could contain some strong gusty winds, although there has been no tornado signature itself indicated at this time. Looking again at the watch box for the system, the warmed area is just to the north of Myakka Head and moving off toward Bowling Green. But again, the system is a severe thunderstorm at this time and does not have any ground verified tornado with it, just a rotation. But if you are north of Myakka Head in that very rural area between Duet and Wauchula up toward Bowling Green, you're advised to take cover at this time in an interior section of your home away from windows in the event that it would produce any kind of drop-down tornado. Again, it should be a very brief, short-lived tornado, but nevertheless, obviously better safe than sorry. Back to you, Scott.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart. Batteries Plus bulbs keep stacks of batteries for cars, cell phones, watches, plus light bulbs for lamps, can lights, and appliances right on hand. Did I mention we also repair smartphones? Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus. Visit Batteries Plus bulbs today.
Trustco Bank has hometown checking, free mobile app, no monthly fees, and free use of over 55,000 ATMs worldwide. Are you happy with your bank? Go to TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Member FDIC.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Did you know you can make an instant harness by simply wrapping the leash around your dog's chest and up through their collar? Contact Canine Corral today about a no-pull harness that will make you smile. Canine Corral, where the love is.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back. We continue to follow severe weather in the area right now. Let's get back to the Weather Center and meteorologist John Scalzi. John?
Indeed, we are looking at a severe thunderstorm that is located in Manatee County, and it does have the potential of producing a rotation. Doppler radar has indicated strong cells moving in the watch box that I have indicated and outlined here in red. These strong cells have the potential for producing some perhaps tornadic activity. If I put this into a mode that shows the velocity and focus down on it, you can see just to the north of Myakka Head, there's an area that possibly has some rotation. It's very, very weak rotation, and taking a look, we're looking at just probably 10 to 15 meter per second, which is a very small amount of rotation with this particular cell. So we'll continue to monitor it, but it's to the north of Myakka Head, and it's traveling on a path that takes it into a very rural area of Manatee County. Just to the north of areas of Myakka Head, just to the east of Duet. This particular system has looked much stronger in the past 15 minutes or so, but the tornado watch is in effect until 12:45. So if you are in the path of this system, you are advised to go into an interior section of your home and away from windows and make sure that you stay there until the all clear is given. That is the cell right there. I'll outline it for you. That was warned for, and the system is looking pretty weak right now. The radar echoes are not showing any real intense returns, and as I mentioned, the signal of velocity, which is what we use to determine whether or not we have a rotating cell, is pretty weak. So in terms of looking for any kind of dramatic signature of a strong tornado. And don't really see it here, but within that watch box area, you are advised that these particular thunderstorm cells do have a history of producing rotation. As far as any kind of other systems that we are currently looking at that may produce rotation, we're looking at a strong cell in Sarasota County moving through, but there's no signs of rotation on this particular system. Did have some strong updrafts, but nothing that did signal any kind of rotation. So in that rural area, north of Myakka Head and up toward eastern sections of Duet. And by the way, emergency management, we just spoke with them on the phone, and they have no reports of any kind of tornado on the ground or any signature of tornado activity at that location. So as far as you know, we've seen these kind of cells all through the morning hours at times. Some of them producing some fairly heavy rainfall as well. So we'll continue to watch them moving on shore. But the good news is that it does appear to be weakening, and the watch that was issued for that particular cell will expire at 12:45. But as far as severe thunderstorms go, we do have this tornado warning that is still in effect until, well, no, I take it back. The tornado warning has expired. The storm has weakened below severe limits and does no longer appear to be capable of producing a tornado. So as we mentioned, the rotation in this cell has decreased to a point where the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Back to you, Scott.
Okay, thank you, John. Tropical Storm Colin causing problems in other parts of the state along with here on the Suncoast. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge shut down yesterday, and it remains shut down at this hour. Visibility was so poor at times, officials did not want to put drivers at risk. Also, the high winds a factor. Several communities saw at least 10 inches of rain, much of Cedar Key and Levy County underwater. 50-mile-an-hour winds brought down trees and damaged homes near Tampa. In St. Petersburg, boats were getting washed up on shore. One man had to use a kayak to get around his neighborhood. Residents there say it's been several years since their streets were actually underwater.
We just thought it was going to rain. We didn't know it was going to storm and flood.
In Jacksonville, home surveillance video captures moments of a possible tornado there. Debris was scattered between yards. Residents there spending most of today cleaning up. Back in St. Petersburg, storm surge pushed the water from a canal above a woman's seawall and into her yard, and that's where a hungry manatee stopped to eat some of her grass. Nancy Smith says while manatees are a common sight in her neighborhood, this is the first time one has taken a swim and a snack in her yard. Up next, John will have another look at our weather, and it's a community nicknamed the Garden Spot. We'll take a look at our future destination in this week's A Place We Call Home.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves on providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction. To list your home with SWC, give us a call, and don't forget to watch the House to Home show every Saturday night here on ABC 7. It's simple. We just market your home better.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
College is the best starting line a Florida student could have. Since earning my degree at the University of Florida, I've gone on to be a NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Rookie of the Year and a team owner in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series. Thanks to the Florida Lottery, many more students will be off to the races with a brighter future. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Across the region, we're looking at temperatures that are very warm indeed. 79 degrees the air temperature. We have a dew point coming in at 76. Very high dew point values, and it's one of the reasons that we have had strong storms today. Colin, now a post-tropical storm, but still the winds have increased to 60 miles an hour, moving at a very rapid rate off the Carolina coast at about 35 miles per hour, and it continues to press away from land. Now, in its wake, it left a little trough of low pressure, and it's that trough of low pressure that has sunk to the south that has produced the rain showers that we have seen over us. We did have that tornado warning that was issued for inland Manatee and Hardy County, but a very, very weak system with very slight rotation. Nevertheless, capable of perhaps dropping down a very short-lived tornado. It has weakened and moved away. Stronger storms now moving through parts of Sarasota into Lakewood Ranch, south toward areas of Foxfire. That's producing some pretty heavy rainfall. That's all gradually sinking southward, and as it does so, the good news is the total accumulations will not be all that great because it is moving. It's not a stationary storm. Total rainfall today probably coming in the vicinity of about 2 to 3 inches across the region. And wind speeds are still up, so we have rip current advisories across the area as well as high surf advisories through about 4 p.m. today. Not a great day to be on the water, obviously. The good news is that these wind speeds will start to decrease as we get into the evening hours, and it will become much better weather as we head into the next 24 hours. Southwest winds on open waters, though, are still brisk, 20 to 30, with gusts even higher. And the forecast over the course of the next 7 days shows some drier air moving in as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. Every week we tell you about a Suncoast community that's a great place to call home. And today, ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us to Manatee County and the community of Oneko.
Oneko. Why do they call it Oneko?
O-N-E-C-O, a lot of people say stood for one company because there was a one company then, which a lot of that was citrus.
Oneko was settled back in the late 1880s, built on one of the highest points in Manatee County.
It was the highest ground, therefore the railroad, which is right down here, could run through it. It came on the ridge right through town.
Oneko was called the garden spot because back in the 1800s, the Reesner and the Thompson family built nurseries here.
Pink grapefruit was first grafted about a block from here by the Thompson family. And all the famous hibiscus, the Reesner family, of course, was instrumental in all of those things.
Margie and her family live in this lovely historic home built in 1908.
It's almost 4,000 square feet. And actually it took them 2 years to build it, and they had 19 masons working on it at the same time. So all the blocks were poured on site from sand that they brought from Sarasota Bay.
Margie says it's been a great place to call home.
We got married here at the house and raised our 2 boys, James and Mark. They both became Eagle Scouts at Troop 10 next door with the church. We are both scout leaders for 17 years.
Her sons both went to Oneko Elementary School, and one son now teaches there. Oneko is one of the oldest elementary schools in Manatee County. It was first located next to Margie's house, then later moved across the street, and the Methodist Church took over its building.
We're all 3 worked together to have the road alignment move when they built it from 2 lanes into 6 lanes. They were going to chop off the front of our house and cut down the ancient tree, and they were going to take the playground away from the school and part of the sanctuary. So we all banded together, and we saw that the alignment stayed the same over on the other side, and the new school got built as a result of it.
And she says another thing that makes Oneko so special, it's diversity.
You'll see cultural diversity. You'll see people who weren't here. I mean, we have a large Hispanic population that raise their kids here and they go to school, and they're big contributing parts of our community, and all of us get along great.
But despite all the changes through the years, Oneko has managed to retain
its friendliness and its warmth and the charm of a small country town. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Linda, thank you. We'll be in the kitchen right after this.
I'm Alan Cohn. The final Super Tuesday. 6 states go to the polls, but if Clinton gets the necessary delegates, will the Democratic race be over?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
In the wrong hands, this little peanut can be life-threatening.
Up until now, the only solution for a food allergy has been to avoid the food and carry an EpiPen. But now there is oral immunotherapy, or OIT. At Wyndham Allergy, we are conducting an investigational trial of peanut OIT using increasing amounts of peanut flour to gradually increase tolerance. If you or someone you love has a severe allergy to peanut, call Wyndham Allergy at 941-927-4888. Eating should be a pleasure, not an accident waiting to happen.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Chef Bob joins us now from Gold Rush Cafe in Venice. Bob, we're cooking up a Midwestern favorite, you say?
That's right, that's right. You know, this sandwich started with a gentleman by the name of Nick back in 1908 in Indiana. He was selling these on the streets and eventually opened his own restaurant. It's been a Midwestern favorite ever since. And at Gold Rush, it's a really popular sandwich. Today, we're going to do a fried and a grilled pork tenderloin because some people like a little healthier version. We don't offer this one at Gold Rush, but we sell tons of that fried one. But you start with a nice pork tenderloin, which come in about a 1-pound piece like this. And then you'll cut it into about a 4-ounce section. You can get about 4 to 5 pieces out of that loin. Then you take it, and here's the important part. When you're gonna pound it out, you wanna put it up with that muscle side up, so it's open and exposed. And then just work out some some frustrations for the day.
And why do you pound it like that?
Well, for 2 reasons. One, it's going to make it fry real quick. 2, it obviously makes the pork very tender. And 3, a good pork tenderloin just needs to go way over the side of the bun. That's what's one thing it's known for. So the next step is we'll take a little bit of salt to season the tenderloin, and also a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of garlic powder works nicely. That's going to season it up. Now, we have 2 marinades here. One we do a buttermilk. Buttermilk is great for the tenderloin and chicken, anything you're going to fry, because it tenderizes the meat a little bit, as well as it makes it easy to coat. And for the tenderloin, you can do it right away, or you can let it, for about 30 minutes or so. It'll give you a nice tender piece of meat. We're also going to do the grilled variety in an Italian dressing, just any simple marinade you want to make, or Italian dressing. About 30 minutes, and that will make it super tender and a little more flavorful. Then you have the breading. Now, this is a two-part combination of flour and a seafood breading. And it's about that simple.
Breading.
Right.
What is a seafood breading?
Seafood breading is just a light, breading made specifically for frying fish or shrimp. It's got maybe a little cornmeal
different kind of flour in it? Oh,
just a lighter, yeah, and seasoned just a little bit. Right, right. So let's start with the buttermilk. So you can see that buttermilk sticks to it real nice. And then we're going to dredge it in the flour.
So we're running a little short of time, but after you dredge that, it goes...
It's going to go in the fryer, about 350.
All right. And how long does it usually take? It's very thin, so I shouldn't think it takes
4 minutes.
long,
That's
right?
about it.
That's about
and then
it.
here's the grilled variety. See the herbs that are on it. And you're going to grill that on both sides. Again, about 2 minutes on each side. Here's the finished product. Got a nice light fried one and the grilled tenderloin.
Ooh, that looks good. I know Scott would want some of this. Scott, you got to come on in and have a bite of this. I want to remind everybody that the recipe for this is on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining link, and it'll take you right to all the information. Bob, thank you very much. This really looks tasty.
My pleasure. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, can I take both of these, Jeff?
Fried or grilled?
Either one. They both look great.
Absolutely fantastic. Then what kind of a bun do you serve it on there?
We just do a Kaiser roll that we serve all our good sandwiches on.
With pickles, lettuce, tomato, and onion.
Well, and that's the big debate. In Ohio, we like mayonnaise. In Indiana, they like mustard.
Before we go, Skyway Bridge is back open. Thanks for watching, everyone.